still good morning here in Atlanta, so good morning. Hello, wherever you are. Good evening, good afternoon, good night. The title of this is Hold Up. Or did I say hold on? Don't know if I said hold up or hold on. But I just realized that I was about to do something batshit crazy. I am sitting here spending enormous amount of energy, effort, intellect in creating the tech inclusion scorecard, which I've been talking about, and because I know the need, and I was about to do it, give it to the community for free. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I am about to do it again. So what happened was, what really hit me was, I made a video yesterday, and I was talking about how when I initially had this idea, it was just going to be, a survey, and then, it was going to post a survey. But after further thinking, further hearing from other people, further having my, reflecting on my own experiences after the Global Diversity CFP Day and hearing the concerns from newbies about their safety, I knew that this would have to be more than a check off the box kind of document. And I knew that. I knew that in my soul. I don't do check off the box stuff. I'm a strategist. And if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it all in. But I think I made a comment yesterday that the coaching and consulting part I would be offering to event organizers who are interested in being more inclusive and diverse in their conference. That was going to be paid, but this scorecard wasn't. And I was going to do it again. I was, as a person who, and I can admit this, I spent last year putting myself out there. The reason I spoke at so many conferences and stuff was because I put myself out there. I wanted to be a thought leader in this space. I want people to listen to what I have to say because, damn it, I have something to say. And there are other people like myself from underrepresented and marginalized communities who don't feel safe enough to say, haven't gotten their thoughts together, don't know how to articulate what they're doing, whatever. So I'm going to be that spokesperson. I'm going to be out there. But what I found I was about to do was the thing that I say we can't do. I was about to perpetuate the community edict. I don't know what this thing is of doing quality work for being underpaid or not paid at all for people from underrepresented or marginalized communities. I was like, how can why? It just blew my mind that I was about to do this. I have been working on this thing since I thought about it. I'm still working on it. I'm still just developing questions, thinking at various levels. Just like yesterday, one of the questions that organizers need to think about when they're talking about inclusion and diversity are, do any of your vendors, any of your service providers, the owners of these companies that you're using, do any of them identify as members of underrepresented and marginalized communities? This is something people aren't thinking about. And I have to recognize this has value, and it has monetary value, and I can't give this away. I can no longer be in this space and give this away. And I don't know where that comes from in us. Maybe it's just because so much has been taken from us. No one has even asked us. There's so often I've been in this space over the last 3 years, and no one even, they don't even think to ask, do I have a fee? They don't even think to ask. Their first question is, can you answer this for me? And this is an assumption that everything we do has to be given away. And this will not be given away. I don't know what the cost is. And one of my concerns was I didn't want people to think you could buy your way into this. But people who know me know that that's not even possible. So screw that. I don't care what you think. This is going to be a quality product, quality product. And it's going to be helpful for attendees, speakers, sponsors, vendors, everybody. It's going to be helpful for, and particularly organizers when they are talking about creating events that are safe and welcoming for all. So yes, this is going to have a compensation, a fee attached to it. And I want to say to those people who underrepresented and marginalized who question whether they should be doing stuff for free, or they're on these projects and these side projects that people are encouraging to do. Should they be doing this for free? Everything does not need to be open sourced. Everything does not need to be open source, because as you can, if you have any, what am I trying to say? Experience in open source, those communities are not the best either. And it's because they're open source. It's because no one is paying for, well, very few people are paying for them. So it's hard to regulate, monitor, manage things when you give stuff away for free. And that's not what this is. This is going to be a quality product that, no, you can't buy your way onto my list, but you will have to pay to take the survey to see for yourself, because this information is for you. And that's what was a click for me. It's not for me. This information is for organizers to use to build better events. And that's what I had to tell myself. This is a tool, a technical tool to help organizers who desire to create events that are welcoming and safe for all to use to help them do that. And tools cost money. You can't go in a hardware store and pick up a hammer for free, because when you walk out of it without paying, it's called stealing. So I want to be, and this is uncomfortable for me to have this conversation, but I recognize how that my mindset was. I was about to give all this intellectual property, going back to the talk that Dr. Kaku gave at NG Atlanta. All I have in and I talk about this, all I have in this 21st century economy is my intellectual capital. That's what I have. I can no longer give that away for free. I cannot, and I will no longer give that for free. And what I'm going to say to you, anybody, but particularly people from underrepresented and marginalized communities, stop giving your intellectual property away for free. We cannot do it. We have to set a line. We have to determine our value and dictate that to the industry. So this is my first time doing this. It will succeed or fail based on the people saying that they find inclusion and diversity important to them. And then it will be telling, because if I do not have organizers who will pay whatever fee this is, and it will not be exorbitant, it will be a fee to compensate me for my time, my effort, and my intellectual capital. If there are no comers, then that right there tells a story of how committed people are at putting resources to improving our communities and organizations, and they're still looking for simple solutions to complex problems. So I just had to say that, because I just blew my mind. I was like, Kim, you're spending all these hours creating this thing and you're just going to hand it out? Hell to the no. Have a great day. Bye-bye.